Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It is time for Survival Saturday, and tonight's topic, following the after the event format, is after the WHO demands. How's everybody doing out there? All righty. Well, all right. Let's say hi to everybody because I know I missed one or two. So first one in was Diana. Second one in was Crew 1351, followed by Geeky Gardens, and then Moon Over Miami, and Kaylin Strain, and Little Lone Prepper, and everybody's just saying hi to each other. All right. I was thinking about doing a special background for me, and I figured now I'll just fall back to these guys because they ain't never gonna be able to chip these guys, you know. So, anyways, so with this, let's go back over here because I forgot to go the rest of the way on it. And there we go. And when you think about it, it's like, warning, possible fantasy fear porn, Kool-Aid drinking, zone ahead. But then again, maybe not. Because they are trying it. They're doing crap already. They're chipping people to get into, as part of their job, to get into their bill. It's not the WHO, but the company. So, yeah, and do anything after that? Yeah, okay, here we go. So let's go to this here. Causes for chipping humans, man-made on purpose. Absolutely. For control, for following people, it all goes back to control and money. By mistake, no, it's all going to be on purpose, and nature ain't going to cause any of it. And mitigation, what can you do beforehand? Get active in politics. Seriously. Go ahead and start with cities and counties, and get a grassroots effort going on, and get them to pass local legislation that chipping of humans is not allowed in their jurisdiction. And you start getting cities doing this, and then the counties start doing it, or parishes, depending on your state. And if you can get enough going, and where a state or two says, nope, not going to be allowed here, then they have a chance on pushing it on the national level. Now, of course, there will be exemptions that the federal government, states may try to put in there for, well, if you're a lifetime offender and you're getting out on parole, yeah, we can chip you, type thing. But, that's going to be a whole nother can of worms. That's going to be a little bit different than what we're talking about here. But they could use that if they start chipping criminals. And then they say, well, we've already been doing it with criminals, and it's just no side effects to them at all. So we're going to do it for the good of the people. Yeah, bullshit. So mitigation is try to find, get as many municipalities, government agency, governmental offices and stuff, counties, states, cities, whatever, to pass laws against it, ordinances against it. And CR just came in. So, yeah, this is one that has changed from the time I added it to the list here. Because back when I added it, there were a couple channels saying, "Oh, the WHO's pushing for this, and because we are part of the WHO, and we got to follow the WHO's, our government's got to follow the WHO's dictations and stuff like that." And well, currently during Trump, no, we're not part of the WHO anymore. We've pulled out. Of course, if we get another demon rat in it, they may try to rejoin so they can push their criminal agenda as far as pushing over on people. And I see a lag time happening here. So when the ads come on, I've noticed lately in the last several weeks or so, when YouTube places an ad at the beginning of the live stream, they don't start the live stream being streamed. You know, that usually it starts running the countdown stuff going for you guys. When I shut off the ads here on my YouTube screen here, I was 3.5 minutes behind the countdown on StreamYard. And if you guys haven't pushed the button to go, you know, up to the live point, yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a lag problem there. So if you're behind, go ahead and push the button. I'm going to take a minute, get something to drink here, and let it catch up for you. I don't know why YouTube is doing that now. There just seem to be, you know, some of you out there have given me feedback, and I've gotten emails on others that just listen, and when they go to, you know, they're listening, not viewing, like they're driving and they got the earbuds in, and so yeah, yeah, greed, yeah, and so you know, like they're driving their car or something, so they can't type into the chat, and so they'll email me afterwards or make a comment in the chat afterwards, and actually in the chat, but in the comment section, saying, yeah, I noticed it when I was on, and you said that, yeah, it was you know, a couple minutes behind. I have noticed too that some of the ads are getting longer. Let me scroll back up here, because when I got my over here, my last ad number 3, was it was a 36-minute Jackery ad, actually 36 and 40 seconds Jackery ad that was up there. It's like, really? Like, I'm going to watch this and miss out on a live stream, even if it was someone else's live stream. It's like, no. And I went but unlike the several of the other type ads where you can go in and, you know, like the Harbor Freight, you can actually go in and click the dots up above on the ad there that pops up above the chat while the video is playing, and you can click on that. You get the window open up, and you can go see less Harbor Freight ads, and then up above you can block that particular ad so they don't show that particular ad to you again. I have noticed though that let me go ahead and drop it since Mark's here. And if CR wants to come up here, or anybody here that's in here, I pretty much trust to come up here. I've noticed I've been getting a lot longer ones that are 6 seconds or 15 seconds. You just can't skip, which really isn't a bad deal on normal videos and stuff on the replays and stuff. But I noticed a couple of them that went by and they didn't even put didn't have the countdown bar going across and to where you could skip it. They're just eliminating that. Just, you got to watch the ad. You don't know how long the ad's going to be. Hey, Mark.
Hello.
So yeah, what was this, several years ago? A company paid.
Yeah, I read about that. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is the greatest thing. I can just scan my wrist to get in the door, and I can go to the store and buy stuff. It's like, all right, whatever. Enjoy Satan, but okay.
You know, enjoy having radio waves inside your body trying to get out.
Yeah.
He said enjoy Satan.
Yeah.
If the mark might not be a chip. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
I don't know, could have been something in that last thing they stuck in everybody that had some kind of bio.
Yeah, they were saying there was nanotechnology being found in several of the batches of the duty jab for the fake stuff, but they're also finding that in other things as well, in foods and stuff.
Yeah, well, they're also spraying it in the skies and whatever. Why do you think they keep bringing up the term the Internet of Things?
Yeah.
Everybody's a battery and a processor for their AI data center, whatever.
Well, if everybody's a battery, wait a minute, that means we're already into the Matrix.
Well, yeah.
Wait, is this real? Is this a dream? Where's my blue pill, or is it the red pill? Which pill am I supposed to take to get out of here?
I just take one of the white ones. They're all the same.
Yeah. Your eyes swapped out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, there is just so much trying to get control over people, and the chipping is the big one that, they say, oh, it's going to be a little one, and they show you this little one, and the one they inject into you is about 4 times the size or 10 times the size.
Well, that they show you the newest technology, but it's not yet proven yet. But this one still works, so we're using this one. Yeah. And you don't need a chip. You got your phone. You just have
Sometimes
China.
I don't take my phone with me.
I know, but in China, if you don't have your phone with you, they'll throw you in jail.
Yeah.
Can't buy anything without your phone. Can't do anything without your phone. You can walk around your house, maybe take a bath without your phone, but it better be nearby.
Yeah. But yeah, because the WHO, during the Obama, the Biden Captain Crazy, what's a nice generic term for the Nazi regime he was running. Anyways, they were, the demon rats were wholeheartedly backing it to make it a worldwide mandatorium that everyone has to get chipped. And the WHO was pushing it. And it's like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be a health organization. You should be fighting it because of the radio waves it gives off.
No, come on, you got it all wrong. It's so they can monitor your health to help keep you healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, I got some swampland in Death Valley to sell you.
Ooh, how much?
Only $50 a square foot.
Oh, cool. Well, there's water there, so
Yeah. Let's see. What we got here? Can't think of evil people. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Borg assimilation. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just so much crap about, trying to get everybody chipped so they can track you. Shoot. I didn't realize how related it was. So the two thoughts just connected in my brain. I'm trying to remember the country. I saw a little blip on one of the reels things. I go, okay, oh yeah, that sucks. And I went on by it because it wasn't the United States. And they were talking about having to go, trying to go to a cashless bank society where, and it didn't click that when they said chipped type things. And I was like, dang. I just thought, dang, that's probably it's the same thing. So once you're chipped, you don't have to have your phone with you anymore. If your phone gets stolen, doesn't matter. They still got you chipped, and you can still go, swipe your wrist or whatever. And I didn't pull up any. Did I pull up any? No, I didn't. Dang it. So I'll go and bring that down.
Why do you think there's so many 5G cell towers that mysteriously millions of them went up during the lockdown? So they're all out there putting up 5G towers, but here we are not allowed to leave the house. Yeah, we didn't hear anything about it until people started finding out about it.
Yeah, and the number of people that are getting they're having cancer spikes within a quarter mile of those cell towers, and the one that had the cell towers were all aimed at they were off campus. They were on public property off campus, aimed at the campus administration building, and everyone, just about everyone in the administration building was getting sick, and there was like a 20% cancer hotspot there.
Well, you ever see the pictures of those? Because the 5G towers aren't up on, they have such a short distance. They can't go through living objects. They can't go through trees and that. But any bushes that were next to it, like literally half the tree is dead. I mean, dead.
Yeah.
The other half is alive. That side's dead. Why? Huh? Oh no, it's just an anomaly. Don't worry about it.
Just got completed, booted out of YouTube.
No, everything's in your face these days.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it, huh?
Yeah. Something I've noticed on Facebook, if I try to comment to one of the groups I belong to, like Rebel Canners, City of Basalt, Facebook,
the Facebook AI police. You use certain words. You use certain words on Facebook. You can't post.
No. It's just anything. If it's a group, like it's like I said, Rebel Canners, City of Basalt, Doc Bones, Nurse Amy's Survival Medicine. Those are groups. I try to comment on someone else's comment or try to make my own comment on it. I start typing. It goes, you need to take your mobile device and give us facial recognition because there's unusual activity and we think your account has been taken over.
Oh, yeah.
They want me to do a selfie, and I go to the thing I reply. It is against the law to require any federal agent or retired federal agent from the, given facial recognition.
They don't give a shit. It's the AI doing it. They don't care. They're like, okay, fuck you, stay out.
Yeah.
Don't post. You can read, just can't post.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't go on Facebook. I don't post. Period.
So I use the Gray Man Prepping Facebook page to post on those same sites. But yeah. Yep. But yeah, the thing is, with the WHO, when the WHO was trying to do it, I mean, that was just so biblical.
Yeah.
It didn't even try to hide that they wanted to have everyone in the world chipped and have the WHO have access to everybody's chip.
That's all right. While they were doing that, making everybody go, and they knew everybody was going to say no and get pushback, they were doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know, something everybody got poked with.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm not sure if my son-in-law had to get poked. The one company that my son was working for, they said, "Oh, you got to get this." He quit. He went and got another job.
Oh, I was literally within a day. I kept getting emails and phone calls from bosses and bosses' bosses. Like, oh, I don't understand why and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I just said no. Well, there could be repercussions up to and including termination. I'm like, fine, fire me. And they didn't. Yeah. The day before it was supposed to go, like, you would get in trouble or fired. Oh, that's when they dropped it. That's when the Biden administration dropped it from, because we had government contracts. Therefore, I'm like, yep, screw you. My wife knew it too. She's like, I know. She had to get it. She's a nurse. She got screwed on that one like 3 times, 4 times, whatever. Every year she gets whacked with it and gets sick every time.
Yeah. Well, now, I don't know if the nurses union or whatever your wife belongs to,
No union. Nope.
No union. Yeah. Well, some of the places that have, unions for them are suing the hospitals and specifically suing the administration and the administrators that were in place at the time and the ones that are in place now trying to keep it going for getting any sort of vaccination at all.
Yeah.
And they are winning left and right. And so the hospitals are going, oh, we're going to lump everybody together and act as if it's a class action, and they offer this much, and then say, oh, wait a minute, there's 700 people at this hospital that are suing, and so you'll all only get $100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Howie's in the house.
What up, Howie?
I retired from the health department at the right time. Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to try to roll it again because I work from home now, so I don't care.
Yeah, so I don't meet with anybody, so I don't need to get it, and I have a religious exemption to it. It's against my patriotic religion.
But wait a minute. 99 people out of 100 are wearing a pew proof vest. I'm not, and they're worried about getting hit.
Yeah.
What? That right there. It's like it just made no sense, but everybody was so brainwashed on. They're like, oh no, I have to get it so I don't get somebody else sick or they don't get me sick. Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah. And then what I thought was funny on that was fake doctor, what's his name? Fauci.
Yeah.
I've had it 4 times. I've caught it 4 times, but I'm still taking all the boosters and stuff. And it's like,
no, he's not.
That just proves you're not taking anything. I mean, you're not. It's not working. All those things you're taking aren't working. They're giving it to you. And Vanessa Kitty just came in.
I don't think he took any of them.
Yeah.
There was more videos of the needle that looked like it went in, but it was spring loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so threatened to. Yep.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, my wife did not get it. My daughter did not get it. They tried coming out with things for the kids. I told tell them no, and there was that one guy that posted stuff about about the Hague and the international crimes by trying to do using experimental things on people, force them to do it, and the penalty for that is death. He gave everybody in the video where you can go to get it. He printed it out, gave it to the school district superintendent. They immediately dropped it for everybody as saying you have to do it. They said if you do not want to wear a mask, you have to fill out this opt-out form. And he said, no, we don't have to fill out the opt-out form.
That's right. Now, all these companies are saying, well, we're not telling you because we have government contracts, the government is telling you to. It's like, yeah, that's how twisted it was. They were all trying to get themselves ad hoc ahead of time so they wouldn't get sued. And yet here we are.
Yeah.
And they're still pushing it. They still got signs up at CVS. Get your seat. Wait a minute. I thought we eradicated it now. Hey, how does it keep coming back? Oh, that's right, because it's not the same if that's even what it was, but that's another story.
Yeah. But anyways, the same thing goes with the chips. I mean, they want the chips to be able to track you, and that way they can say they see you. Oh, wait a minute, you were at this protest against the government, even though it was peaceful. You were there, and we know now
they can do that with your cell phones.
And you're.
I didn't think they arrested all the J6ers, even if they were just in the area. They hunted them down by their geolocation on their phone.
Yeah. But that's the thing is you can leave your phone.
Right.
You know,
But
you can
nobody
leave
likes to leave their phone at home. I need to record video. Well, I got my old Canon X1000 video camera palm quarter. Still works great. Batteries still work. I love that thing. That thing's got 100x zoom on it.
Yeah. It's like for my videos, I very rarely do I use my cell phone. I have another cell phone that does not have a chip in it, that doesn't do anything, doesn't hook up to anything, and I just use the camera on it when I'm walking around doing all my my videoing, because I got one that had a good camera on it without all the crap I had to get on it. So, but if you need something like that, you buy a burner with a untraceable burner that they don't know who it belongs to, but if you're going to go to one of these protests or something, you can leave your phone in your car, 10 blocks, 15 blocks away, and they're not going to have you there by the phone. But it's one of those things is, people can go places without a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Talking before, and a lot of people were talking about, when I go to stores and stuff, I don't take my phone with me. They just don't want to do it.
Yeah. Flock cameras, that's the newest. And they're run by an outside company, so there's no liability to the government. It's for your safety. Yeah.
But anyways, it's over in England. Some of those neighborhood poles with a thing. All of a
they're
sudden,
cutting them down and stealing them.
Yeah.
I heard that some of those 5G antennas have about 6 pounds of copper in them. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? All those they don't use the on the roads at the traffic lights. They used to have that embedded in the blacktop or concrete, that metal detector. Those are all gone now. They have cameras on it that can see if somebody's at the intersection. They're like, oh, it just knows if there's a vehicle there. No, it doesn't. It's a camera.
Mm-hmm.
It literally can zoom in, and they can move them around if they want to. Depends on where you're at.
Yeah, those are fewer than what people think, because the cost of doing it. Some of the cities and stuff are going, no, we're not going to spend it.
Oh, my town, there are no more in-road sensors anymore. They're all every pole has a camera mounted on it. And they also have the little black thing that sticks up, so when the ambulance or police or fire trucks ride by, they can hit the remote and turn their light green. Everybody else's goes red.
Yeah. I know here in Idaho Falls and Pocatello, they still have all the things in the street. The only time you can't see it is when they put that in the street and they go and do a chip seal surface on it. Then you can't see the lines in it, but it's still in there. There's no camera up on anything around. There is the little black box with the two little sensors on it to determine if it's a highway patrol, cop, ambulance,
right,
whatever.
They have a remote for that or something.
No, they don't. They have the strobe light is tuned to a certain light frequency, and it trips the sensor. The sensor has the square box with the two tubes sticking one's longer than the other. That's what senses it.
Oh, I'll have to play with that then. I'll have to get a little
infrared.
Use one of my laser pointers or something and see if it'll trigger what'll trigger it. That'll be fun to do. It's like, I don't feel like waiting for this light, blip blip, and I go through.
When I was working with the Martinez Police Department setting up the CERT program there, we got one of the pickups that was a multi-purpose pickup to use for a while till they bought a 1-ton to pull all the trailers around with, and they had it looks like a little LED spotlight, but it's mounted inside on the floor between the seats, and it just shut infrared, so you don't see it, you don't do it, but it lights up the entire cab, and those sensors pick up the pulsing because it's a flicker. It's a timed flicker of infrared light, and that's what the traffic lights and were picking up. And it was at the so I did a little investigation with some of those cities, and that's what it was for the entire Contra Costa County. All the lights are for the fire department, police, and everything were set up for that particular frequency, and they had they tracked those things. If one turned up missing, oh yeah, it was holy hell to find out. All right, who had it last, how they get it, and stuff like that. What do we got here?
I know those in-road ones used to raise hell with my motorcycle.
Yeah,
I go to a turnaround or a traffic light at night when the lights aren't timed anymore. They're just waiting for a sensor pad. A couple of times I had to lay my bike over on its side so it would pick up the metal.
Yeah. My cousin got an 18-inch one of those landscaping grade stakes that has holes in it for putting boards on and attaching it. He just carried down on his bike and just dropped it on a string, and it would drop it down on it and just pick it back up and off. Yeah. I missed the 1800s. Yep. Mr. Kalen saying here, we used to.
Yeah, the street lights randomly turn off when you're driving down the road because their nighttime sensor must get a reflection off your high beams or something. All of a sudden, bloop, the light goes out. As soon as you pass, boop, light turns back on again.
Yeah. The first ones of those sensors just look for the white strobe light, and everybody realized, we can flicker it. So they changed it to an infrared receiver and transmitter. So the white flashing light.
Oh no, we're talking about the street lights.
Yeah,
regular
lights. Oh,
the night. Street. They have day night on it. So when it gets dark out, they turn on, and when you hit your high beams, especially if you're coming over a hill, your high beams would shut half the lights off because you were shining the light on top of the lights.
Yeah, but the original the original one for the signals was just the white strobe light, not the infrared. Because I used to do that. I tried. Someone told me about it, drove up to one when nobody was around, and it was red. And usually at that time of night, it took like 5 minutes per cycle. And I started flickering my high beams and turned green.
Nice.
Yeah, but they got rid of that and went to the infrared. But yeah, so
I guess I need to go find that bucket of infrared LEDs I bought.
Yeah.
Put them all together on something and put them on the roof of my truck.
Yeah. So going back to the chips, so mitigation, it said, address your lawmakers, start with cities, counties, states, and try to get past, start working up so you can get some people on the federal level to go, okay, yeah, let's ban this. This is one they're coming up on. But for recovery, there are scanners you can use to find exactly, of course, if you know where they chipped you at, but if they give you several shots and you're not sure, did I just get chipped? Oh yeah, I got something in my arm or I got something in my leg. It's all those things of, there's things you can, even now there are groups that will remove chips for you. Recovering from it, once it's been passed, is going to be a process to get laws passed, and it's going to be a lot harder to get the laws passed to stop it, to get stuff going on it. Right, yeah, it's the whole thing. But since we dropped out. Since Trump pulled us out of the WHO, Within the next week, there were like 6 other countries that pulled out of the WHO. And then the week after that, a couple more pulled out. And so I'm not sure how long. All of a sudden, they stopped reporting on the numbers that were pulling out on mainstream media. And you see some of the alternate news sites still reporting it. But it's like, and then the WHO's everyone was being hush hush about trying to stop who was pulling out, then who's getting out of who was pulling out. I never saw the miniseries Taken, but
I might have seen it. I don't know if I ever saw it.
Yeah, well, they were talking about it, and the one person was Chip. I didn't see the show itself, too many episodes of it, but I saw one of the things they were showing that one thing, and so they went in. They were careful. They removed it, and they were walking along. Yeah, okay, yeah, this chip it's moved. They got a scanner that matches it. Yeah, this is it, and they took it out into the street and put it in front of a bus. And when the bus ran over, the chip went dead. So whoever was shipping it, like, wait a minute, a bus they got hit by a bus. But yeah, sometimes I think it wouldn't be such a bad thing, or jump the bunch. Such a bad thing. But truthfully, I would miss the electricity. Yeah. Yeah.
And you wonder why they have all these data centers going up.
Yeah.
Nobody will answer that question. What are they for? It's so you can write your term paper.
Yeah, exactly. Have you heard yeah. There is a computer data center, small, called the Wayback Machine. It has every web page that has ever been on the internet stored in it historically. So if you go into a site and they've changed their home page, you go back by date and you see what they had on their home page 10, 15 years ago.
It's not a navigable web page. It's like a screenshot, but yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it kind of worked because you can go in there, you go to the homepage, and you could click on the other things to get into the entire website as it was that long ago. Because there was one I was trying to find.
A lot of them.
There was one I was wanting to. The company went out of business, and there was something they had that I couldn't remember the exact name of the product. I go, dang! And then someone told me, go use Wayback. And so we sat down, we did use Wayback. I was able to go back and find the product they were selling and find someone who was selling it now. But it's just like, I went back and got the thing, went to the thing, went into the old website and found they store the entire freaking internet on that thing. And it's not a huge monster data center. Compared to the modern ones, it's a shack sitting out in the middle of nowhere. But the Wayback Machine, it's like, no,
it's probably more. They don't store all that data in that little shack. They buy storage from Amazon, Google, whoever, which they have it in data centers. That's and it's just all linked to it. That's how that works. They don't just store everything. I mean, they got millions of teraflops of data. They don't have enough space in there for that, period.
But wherever, because it's, at the time, this was back, 2012. And the building they said everything was housed in was like a university library. But it was 2-3 stories, and it was all servers. And that's all it was. But yeah. Already been done. Several people have found old pairs of Fruit of the Loom underwear. They've taken pictures and they've put it out there with the cornucopia on it.
That's the Mandela effect.
It's not an
It's
effect.
like the bird.
It's a.
Well,
it's,
they call it the Mandela effect. I'm not saying it is an effect. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's the Mandela conspiracy.
Yeah, well, then again, I watched the movie Moonraker in the movies with my best friend and his two brothers. And the one scene, I don't know if anybody remembers this, if they ever saw it, when Jaws is coming down the cable car at 80 miles an hour, you know, with his face in the window, with his Jaws teeth sticking out, hits the wheels, and the next scene is him like trapped underneath this big wheel, and this blonde chick comes over and she smiles. She had braces on.
Yes.
Oh yeah, go look it up now. No, she doesn't.
Yeah, they edited it and stuff. But
no,
yeah.
They didn't edit it. I still have it on tape. She doesn't have them anymore. And one of my friend's younger brother, he's like, yeah, she had braces. The other two are like, no, she didn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So you have the old original VHS from it?
Yeah, and we watched it, and there's no braces. And we watched that movie so many friggin' times. And that's why she smiled and he smiled and then she smiled and they fell in love because they both had metal teeth.
Yeah.
Not because she was a cute little blonde and he was a big fat dude with metal teeth. No, they both had metal teeth. That's why that happened. And just look up Mandela effect on YouTube. It goes on there's so much stuff, and a lot of it I've seen and I know both sides of it.
Yeah.
It's like, how many timelines are we running here?
Yeah. Yeah, I never did go check because I have some Fruit of the Loom long johns, insulated long johns from when I was a teenager. But I, packed away because they got packed away and never threw them out because I got grandkids coming up. They're going to, use them. And I wasn't, I had them, for my boys when they're in scouts. And they go, no, I want my own new ones, But, yeah, I haven't gone in to check those. I'm positive those will have it on there too. One of those, like the ancient ones. But yeah, because that was back in the mid 70s, early 70s. I got those. Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to know how they got into your, and edited your tape.
They can't. It's a thing.
Unless they stay, unless after the movie came out, you sure you saw it on the tape?
Yep.
Or were you just remembering the movie from the movie theater?
No. See, you're playing that game with me too. No,
I'm not sure because
exactly. No, it was on my tape because we watched it so many times because we would always laugh. It's like, oh, of course he's in love because she's got as much metal in her mouth as he does.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, no. So go just punch in Mandela effect Moonraker. And you'll get everybody saying, yeah, I remember metal teeth on her, braces. But now the video, and I don't care which video it is, which means, the only thing that, the most logical answer is usually the right answer. The timelines got split. Some of us wound up on one, other ones wound up on another. That makes sense.
Men in Black.
Sure. Except they can't.
They came in, flashing thingy to everybody, and swapped out the tape up for you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they did that. They did that for 100 million videotapes. They knew where everyone was. Right. That's about the next dumbest answer I've heard. But anyway,
that was meant to be sarcastic.
It is sarcastic. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Fiber.
Yeah. And I
none of that stuff does well with wireless impact devices.
Yeah, it had fiber optic, or the fiber optic is supposed to be the fastest way to transfer data. Years ago, about 25 years ago, they were saying, yeah, but we're working on the next thing, which will transfer, 20 times the amount of data for the same size cable.
Yeah, on the same fiber. They're still using the fiber. They just changed the frequency. And so they, instead of only having one channel per fiber, they have like 150. My wife used to do it.
Yeah.
She worked for one of the telecom companies. She built she was a circuit designer.
Yeah. There was
the old T1 circuits and stuff like that. Oh, those things are like having like a baud modem. I mean,
yeah. But there was something else they're talking about, like instead of a solid fibered glass, it was a tube filled with a gas that it really, I mean, it just, 20 times the amount for that same OD diameter of tube for the fiber optic thing is moving a whole bunch more.
Whatever technology we have, it's 40 years behind what the military has and the government.
Yeah. But I there was a mention of this. Oh yeah, this is going to do this, this, and this, and all of a sudden you heard nothing more about it. So they figured, people fiber optic for their homes. We're going to keep this tubular optic stuff for the government and ultra big businesses. But yeah. Hey, thinking about it, if it's up there, to cool it off, all they got to do is, run like antifreeze through some heat exchangers outside that turn really cold, and they can cool that data center down really quick if it's in orbit.
Actually, doesn't work like that. With no air, there's nothing to transfer any energy. Period.
No. You're running.
I get it. I get it. You heat and cold. They tell you it's there. It can't be there because heat and cold needs to be transferred through a medium. There is no medium in a vacuum.
However,
period.
How does the sun heat the Earth?
The heat
how does
doesn't.
The sun's not shining on it?
The heat is not in space. See, this is where people jump to the next question because they don't want my answer to begin with, so they go to another question. Yeah. There is no temperature in space. There isn't.
No temperature puts it down at minus 300, whatever, below zero.
You know what? Sure. But there's no heat and cold. If that's the case, if the temperature extremes are that far off, every time the space station goes into the shadow of the Earth, everything would shrink ridiculous amounts. And, it's made out of some magic metal that doesn't explode because of pressure inside and a perfect vacuum outside. Yeah, look up Sandusky Labs on that one. It's the biggest vacuum chamber around. Nothing survives in it. Oh, yeah, and rockets don't work in a vacuum either, but that's another story.
Okay. Then what are the thrusters then for maneuvering the space shuttle around?
Sure. CGI. How come they didn't put any cameras anywhere on the last space mission that went around the moon? All we get is a picture of inside of a jar of Nutella floating across the cabin. And the occasional edge picture through a window or some crap like that. With our technology today, there should have been 800 cameras. Everybody just wants to see what they're going towards and where it's going. Did they do that? No, they can't.
Just really trying to keep up on the chat here as well.
Yeah. Explain why submarines have hatches that open to the outside. That's easy. Because the higher the pressure, the more it seals it, right? There's more pressure on the inside. That's why even the old movies would show a piece of string across the submarine. It would get to a certain level, and that string would start to sag. But no, we have the Apollo doors that open to the outside, where you have pressure on the inside and a vacuum on the outside. But they're magic seals with bank vault bolts on it. Sure. Sorry, you can take me down this whole avenue all night long.
Yeah. Heard one reason. We had one reason for wanting to get Greenland was data centers. There is a
melt the ice cap.
military facility that was run on nuclear power that was abandoned, that is buried under the snow and ice in Greenland.
Yeah, it was a big special. I saw that special a couple times.
All right, let's see here. Well, I think we've covered the chipping pretty good, and a bunch of other stuff too. Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound is canning in summer heat. Let me trying to get this up here. Yeah.
Canning in the summer heat.
Canning in the summer heat. Tuesday on Gray Man Prepping is clean out your freezer. Then the midnight ride on Thursday. Friday on Camp Patton is powered garden equipment maintenance. Next Saturday is, it works perfect with the background up here above us. After a zombie infection spreads, what are your plans? I'm trying to remember which channel was talking about that. There was a channel, one of the bigger channels, much bigger than me by 100,000 followers, that was talking about the zombie infection spreading. Anyways, that's what's coming up for the next week here. And of course, if you have any recommendations for Friday Night in the Homestead, topics of stuff you want to hear us cover and discuss, send me an email at the Camp Patton. Where is it? I'm losing it. There it is. The Camp Patton Family Compound at gmail.com. And just send me an email making suggestions for what we covered on Friday Night on the Homestead, and I can add it to the list. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming in and putting up with our insanity tonight. And we will see you Monday over on Camp Patton Family Compound. All right, bye.